highly qualified woman of color applied for a senior leadership role. She did not get the job because the panel relied on subjective gut feelings that she's not going to fit in the team. She looked different. So this is the reason why we only have 1 in 16 different colors this week. What does it say about the higher perspectives? It's all about looking at experiences, background, and competencies of a person rather than their accent, their skin color, gender, their cultural background. Kimberly Crenshaw defined intersectionality as the multiple, intersecting, social identity of a person that gives them dignity and experiences and challenges. For women of color, they face gender bias, racial discrimination, and cultural stereotypes. Now let's meet Nina. She's an immigrant from Asia and now navigating the aging workplace. Nina encounters 3 invisible systemic barriers in her leadership journey: luck gain, lateral broken rocks, and exceeding intersectionality. Just like the earlier candidate, Nina is looking for more positions of leadership, but she was overlooked because of her skin color, because of her appearance, and because of her cultural background, in spite of high qualifications and stellar career. And then there's a very high impact project that is presented to everyone. Nina faces potential exclusion mainly because of the bias against Asian women. They're not assertive, they don't have. Aside from that, if she's aiming for a leadership position, she encounters a ceiling of intersectionality, a term I use to coin both bamboo ceiling and concrete ceiling, very specific for Asian women. The bamboo ceiling is rooted in social stereotypes and bias. It creates stigma that Asian women is not very good in terms of leadership and leading a team. So if she's able to break the bamboo ceiling, she still faces another formidable challenge, and that is the concrete ceiling. Unlike the glass ceiling, the concrete ceiling is very formidable, hard to break. You can't even look up what's beyond up there. There's no available opportunity that you can see, mainly because we don't have a lot of women of color in the system. And so organizations will need to make sure that you are using an intersectional approach when it comes to developing leaders. When it comes to intersectional leadership, you have to look at the whole aspect of the individual. You have to make sure that you're looking at the social, cultural, and economic factor of the situation of the person, because it enhances decision-making and fosters a conducive environment. So when it comes to unlocking the gate, what do we need to use? A key, right? So use the key to make sure you have accurate data, set measurable goals that will have potential impact, outcomes of increasing representation. And how do you fix the broken data of Asian women, bigger data? You need to have a clear lens, clear vision, offer targeted training, ensure that there's a clear representation of projects which are distributed to all. And when you're assessing your current practices, one good question to ask is, how can you support underrepresented Asian women in their leadership journey? You have to make sure that you're looking at fairness and not favoritism. So, if you're an organization who is looking to increase representation, use the force. Make sure that you identify and eliminate any structural barriers that ease the career growth and professional development and leadership issues. So, Nina's story is similar to all Asian women because it's not just about the lack of education, the lack of motivation. It's not just about just be yourself. It's really all about an equal level playing field in the workplace. If you want to sustain your business, you have to make sure that you sustain your people. Create equitable workplace environment where everyone can thrive and future leaders. You have the power and the privilege. You have the key to unlock the gate opportunities for your power. Use the lens to level the playing field and leverage the force to handle and identify intersectionality challenges through the need to send clients. When you see someone different than you, better decision, you will avoid high potential that is covered by bias, stigma, and stereotypes. Thank you.